Welcome, traveler. You have found your way to a sanctuary of stories, a place where the tides of myth and the gentle winds of wonder lull you toward a deep and peaceful sleep. My name is Chris, and tonight I invite you to embark on a journey beyond the boundaries of time, to a world veiled in legend and shimmering with mystery. Tonight, you and I will descend through the ages, following the silvery thread of a legend spun by poets, philosophers, and dreamers, the tale of the lost city of Atlantis. But first, let us cast aside the burdens of the day. Allow the weights that cling to your muscles and mind to loosen, as if you are a ship slipping free from its moorings, drifting out into a tranquil sea. With each breath, draw in calm, and as you exhale, imagine the tide carrying away every last pebble of tension, far, far from your shore. Let your body settle into the gentle embrace of your bed. Imagine the mattress beneath you as soft sand, warm and yielding, supporting your every curve with the comforting strength of the earth itself. You have no obligations now, no tasks to weigh down your spirit. Here, you have permission to simply be. Close your eyes and take a slow, deliberate breath in. Imagine it filling you with light, cool, and pure as moonbeams on water. As you release it, picture your worries dissolving like mist under the morning sun. Now, let your awareness drift down to your toes. Imagine a wave of soft warmth enveloping them, melting away any tightness. That warmth glides upward, flowing through your feet, soles, arches, heels, untangling every knot as it rises. Your ankles loosen, your legs grow heavier, more relaxed, as if they are sinking into the sand at the ocean's edge, the water gently lapping away fatigue. This tranquil tide flows into your calves and shins, smoothing away any lingering tension. Each breath draws you deeper into the velvet night of relaxation. Your knees unlock, your thighs become supple, all the muscles unwinding like sails released to the wind. This sensation travels to your hips and lower back. Imagine a soft golden light pooling here, soothing every ache, every strain. With each breath, this light expands, carrying away discomfort and leaving only a sense of gentle release. Your abdomen rises and falls. With every inhale, peace fills your belly. With every exhale, stress flees your body. Your chest softens, ribcage expanding and contracting with effortless ease, as if the air itself is a gentle tide. Now feel your shoulders drop, as if invisible hands have removed a heavy cloak from your back. The warmth trickles down your arms, past elbows, through wrists, and into your hands and fingers. Let them rest, open and relaxed, as if cradling the last rays of a setting sun. Bring your attention to your neck and head. Tension unravels from your jaw, from your cheeks, from your brow. Let your face become smooth and tranquil, a mask of serenity. Any last fragments of unease slip away, floating off into the night. One final, deep, luxurious breath. From the soles of your feet to the crown of your head, you are grounded, serene, and at rest. In this sanctuary of stillness, you are ready to voyage into story. Breathe softly, let your mind's eye open, and join me as we seek the kingdom that vanished beneath the waves. Let us imagine a time not measured by clocks or calendars, but by the golden arc of the sun and the whisper of the tides. Far beyond the boundaries of your waking world lies a realm where the sky forever glows with the radiance of dawn, and the sea shines like molten sapphire. Here at the edge of the world, Atlantis arose, more beautiful than any city before or since, its splendor a gift from gods and men. Atlantis was no ordinary city. It was a masterpiece, a symphony of architecture and nature, woven into three great rings of land, each encircled by shimmering blue canals. Bridges, pale as moonlight, stretched from ring to ring, so graceful they seemed spun from the dreams of angels. The canals themselves reflected the sky, their waters flashing with silver and gold under the sun's caress. At the heart of the city soared the grand temple of Poseidon, crowned with towers plated in gold that blazed in the daylight, and walls sheathed in silver that gleamed under the stars. Statues of Poseidon, carved with uncanny skill, watched over the city. Around him stood likenesses of his children, the first kings of Atlantis, half god, half mortal, their faces immortalized in stone, gazing out with wisdom and pride. The city thrived with life. Towering buildings, their surfaces polished to a mirror sheen, sparkled against the horizon. Marketplaces burst with color and music, the fragrance of spices and flowers mingling in the air. Merchants traded silks, gems, and laughter, weaving a tapestry of voices beneath the palm-laden colonnades. Lush gardens spilled over terraces and courtyards, their green so intense it seemed to drink the sun itself. The air was laced with songs of birds, the gentle rustle of fruit-laden trees, and the distant laughter of children at play. Beyond the city's sprawl, fertile plains unfolded like a green carpet, stretching to the foot of mountains wreathed in mist. Rivers raced through fields of golden wheat, vineyards heavy with grapes, and groves overflowing with every fruit imaginable. Exotic creatures, some real and some the stuff of legend, roamed freely under the wide, benevolent sky. The Atlanteans themselves were a people apart, tall, strong, with minds as sharp as the blades they forged. They were artists and engineers, inventors and philosophers, their brilliance shining across the known world. Ships of cedar and bronze sailed at their command, their sails swelling like the wings of white birds, carrying them to the farthest shores. Their prosperity was unmatched, their reach vast. The Atlantean Empire extended far beyond their island home, a beacon of culture and might. Yet where greatness grows, so too does shadow. In the golden heart of Atlantis, pride and ambition took root. The people, once humble and reverent, began to crave more land, more power, more glory. No longer content with honoring Poseidon and the gods who had blessed them, the Atlanteans set their sights on conquest. Their armies swept across continents, their ships darkened distant horizons. They forgot gratitude, forgot humility. Their temples gleamed, but their hearts had dimmed. A city once radiant with virtue was clouded by hubris, its beauty stained by arrogance. And so the gods who watched from the heights of Olympus stirred in anger. Zeus, king of the gods, thundered a decree that would echo through eternity. The Atlanteans, who had risen so high, would fall. The earth trembled beneath the weight of divine wrath. The sky darkened, and storm clouds gathered like an army at the gates. The sea, once a friend, transformed into a monstrous foe. Towering waves crashed against the city's walls, roaring with the voices of 1,000 tempests. The canals overflowed, bridges were swept away, and streets became rivers of chaos. Temples crumbled, statues toppled, and the mountains themselves shook. With a final thunderous roar, Atlantis was swallowed by the sea, vanishing into the depths. When the storm at last abated, only silence remained. The ocean, vast and calm, stretched where once a city had glistened. The glory of Atlantis was lost, its people gone, its legacy consigned to the shadows beneath the waves. All that endured were whispers, stories traded by sailors, legends murmured around dying embers, questions left unanswered beneath the endless sky. Yet Atlantis did not vanish from memory. Its story was first carved into the annals of history by Plato, the philosopher whose mind was a lighthouse in the fog of the ancient world. Plato, revered as a bridge between mortal thought and divine truth, wrote of Atlantis in his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, around 360 BCE. In Plato's words, Atlantis is not merely a city, it is a lesson, a mirror held up to humanity's soul. Through conversations between fictional characters, the philosopher explores the nature of virtue and the perils of unchecked ambition. To the Greeks, Plato's ideas were sacred. His words shaped empires and guided kings. If Plato described Atlantis, surely it was more than mere fiction. It was a lesson etched in the stone of truth. The line between allegory and reality blurred. Some saw in Plato's story a warning. Greatness can breed pride, pride begets downfall, and even the brightest civilizations can be lost to the tides of time. Others, bewitched by the vivid descriptions of grand temples, flourishing fields, and ingenious inventions, believed Atlantis had truly existed. After all, was it not possible that a city so magnificent could have vanished, leaving only echoes in the depths? Centuries passed. Empires rose and fell. Libraries burned and were rebuilt. The story of Atlantis faded for a time, only to rise again when Europe's explorers set sail into the unknown. Medieval maps, spun from rumor and hope, began to bear the name Atlantis, not as a philosophical lesson but as a real place, a lost paradise waiting to be claimed. For the dreamers of the Renaissance, maps were more than parchment and ink. They were invitations, promises of riches and secrets beyond the edges of the known world. Atlantis became the ultimate prize, a city of gold buried beneath the waves, a vision of perfection just beyond reach. In the dawn of the modern age, as science and reason blossomed, new visions of Atlantis emerged. Francis Bacon, philosopher and father of the scientific method, wrote of a utopian land inspired by Plato's myth. In his work, The New Atlantis, Bacon imagined an island where knowledge and faith walked hand in hand, where discovery was celebrated, and wisdom was the foundation of society. Here, humanity thrived not through conquest or greed, but through understanding and harmony. Bacon's Atlantis was not doomed but redeemed, a blueprint for what our world could one day become. The legend persisted, shape-shifting with every generation. In the 19th century, when science was discovering the mysteries of the deep, a new prophet arose, Ignatius Donnelly. Donnelly was a congressman, a writer, and a master of speculation. In his book, Atlantis, The Antediluvian World, he argued that Atlantis was no mere legend. It was the fountainhead from which all civilization sprang, the mother of every myth, the origin of every flood story from Sumeria to Egypt, from the Americas to the islands of the sea. Donnelly pored over the maps of the Atlantic, noting the Gulf Stream's mighty currents and the hidden mountains beneath the sea. To him, these were not natural accidents, but the bones of a vanished continent. The peaks beneath the waves, he claimed, were the last remnants of Atlantis, their secrets waiting for science to reveal. The public was spellbound. A world obsessed with invention and discovery now turned its gaze to the mystery beneath the ocean. Atlantis became not just a legend, but a quest, a tantalizing possibility to be proven or disproven by the tools of modern reason. The 20th century brought new eyes to the deep. Explorers and scientists, armed with submarines and sonar, descended into the darkness. Off the coast of the Bahamas, divers discovered what seemed to be long, straight roads of stone, the Bimini Road, sparking a frenzy of speculation. Was this the lost causeway of Atlantis? Had the city's foundations finally been found? For every thrilling discovery, skepticism followed. Geologists argued that the stones were the work of nature, not ancient architects. Yet the allure remained. Stories sprouted from the Mediterranean, from the coasts of Cuba, from the shadowy depths near Japan. Each site fueled the hope that Atlantis might, after all, be waiting just out of sight, cloaked in the silence of the sea. Why does Atlantis haunt us so? Perhaps because it is more than a city. It is a mirror reflecting our brightest hopes and our darkest fears. For some, it is a paradise lost, a symbol of beauty and wisdom, forever just beyond our grasp. For others, it is a warning, a tale of ambition gone awry, a reminder that even the mightiest can be undone by pride. Perhaps Atlantis was never meant to be found, because it was never truly lost. Perhaps it lives within us, in the dreams we dare to dream, in our relentless search for knowledge, in the stories we pass from one generation to the next. Atlantis is a question, the question perhaps of what we value most. Do we seek power or wisdom? Glory or harmony? What do we build and what do we risk losing? As you drift now, carried on the gentle currents of sleep, imagine Atlantis not as a city beneath the waves, but as a possibility, an echo of greatness, a lesson in humility, an invitation to wonder. The sea holds its secrets, but so do you. Within your dreams, may you always find new kingdoms to explore. Thank you for joining me tonight on this voyage beyond the horizon. May your rest be deep, your dreams be vivid, and the legend of Atlantis inspire you to seek beauty and wisdom in your own waking world. Until next time, traveler, sleep well, and let the tides of imagination carry you where they will. Sweet dreams.